Hey guys, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Hollabec, and today's video is going to be week 4 in my keto diet vlog. So if you followed me here all the way from week 1, thank you so much, first of all, for your support. I really hope that my experiences and my troubles and even my successes have helped you even a little bit. If you just stumbled onto this video and this is the first one you've seen, go ahead and click that card and you can start from the very beginning. Or skip around all over the place. It won't make sense, but you can do it. That's your freedom. Because this is week 4, you guys probably already have a very good understanding of what the keto diet is, so I'm not going to go into any of that stuff too much. So instead, why don't we just get into week 4's experiences.
Good morning, guys. It is an amazingly rainy day and I am freaking living for it. I absolutely love these kinds of days. So I spent a small portion of the morning just doing minor work on my computer, and I'm starting to get really hungry now. I am super ready for breakfast and I'm feeling pretty hungry, so maybe I'll just have a tiny little feast because I just got those avocados. I don't know if any of them are ripe yet, but I have been dying for an avocado. So I want to try and incorporate that into my breakfast today. Later tonight, I think we're going to go to a movie. We're going to go see the new Deadpool, so I'm not really sure what we're going to do for dinner, but obviously you guys are going to come along and you will see what I do eat. So I'm going to go make breakfast now, and I will talk to you later. Alright guys, we just got back. It was so good. It was such a good movie. But that's not the reason for this video. So we ended up going to dinner afterwards to Red Robin's, which is like a burger place if you're not familiar with it. And I did my best to pick out what I thought would be the most keto friendly. And from what I looked up online, it did put me over my carb limit, but I don't think it put me over enough to cause any real issues. Obviously, I'll let you know when I do my keto test in the morning. But yes, is that so? Would you like to say something to them? Do you have something to say? Alright then. It's still kind of discouraging to see like the red in my carb tracker app, but I think it'll be okay. I'm hoping it'll be okay. But I'll let you know in the morning. And until then, good night, I guess. Good afternoon, guys. It is actually after 2 now, 2:15. So I spent the whole morning doing a whole lot of nothing. This is, yeah, like the first time I'm talking to you guys. It is day 23, I believe, and I started off this morning. My breakfast was a little bit higher carbs than I would normally do, but it was so delicious, guys. Oh my goodness. It's been, well, about 3 weeks since I've had anything super sweet. So when I opened that jar of jam, oh my goodness, it smelled so amazing. I was so happy. Today I've noticed I'm actually having a hard time getting my fat, which is normally not an issue, or it hasn't been like the first 3 weeks. So I'll have to be very, very careful with what I eat for dinner tonight. I make sure I get my total fat in, because I think right now my protein and my fat are kind of neck and neck, which isn't appropriate for this diet, I guess. But right now we have plans to go out and do some shopping. It's Sunday and I've already wasted most of the day finishing watching 13 Reasons Why Season 2. It's so good, guys. Oh my goodness, it is so good. I cried so much. Oh my gosh. So we really need to get out of the house and do something somewhat productive. So we're gonna do some shopping, which is good anyway because I need some new summer and spring stuff, even though spring's almost over. So definitely some more summer stuff. So I'll talk to you guys again more after dinner, and hopefully I can get my macros all evened out. We just got back from shopping and I'm in a pretty good mood right now. I guess I hadn't realized how much weight I had lost. Like, I mean, you see the number, but then you don't really know how to register that to like the rest of your body, you know what I mean? But then like going and trying on clothing and just physically seeing and feeling the difference, it was actually really nice. So that was the highlight of my day. What was the highlight of yours? Good morning, guys. Okay. Did you guys see that? Oh my goodness, I lost my train of thought because my cat is losing her damn mind. It is day 24 and I ended up doing my test strip like I do every morning. For whatever reason though, it was much lighter than usual, which I thought was strange because my carbs were on point yesterday. So I'm not really sure what that was about. Maybe it was a faulty strip, so of course I'll test later today. But I'm currently in the process of making breakfast, my typical eggs and bacon, but I think I might add some jelly toast because it's just too good. Too good. I can't help myself, and it's not that many carbs either. So I have a pretty busy day ahead of me. So I haven't really planned out any of my other meals today, so I'm not entirely sure what today is going to be looking like, but hopefully I'll be able to stay on track, which I haven't really had a problem with that much, so I guess we'll see. I just finished filming and I hadn't realized how late it had gotten. It's like after 1 now. I think it's like 1:15. And like I'm not hungry at all, which I think is absolutely wonderful. So I'm gonna go and do lunch now. I'm not entirely sure yet what I'm going to make, but then after that I'm probably gonna be editing and doing other household chores. And today is a gym day and I do intend on going. Lately I've just been doing like running and walking on the treadmill just because I haven't seemed to have the strength or energy since I started this diet, but I guess we'll see how I do today. I think I might want to try and do some arm workouts because my arms have been feeling insanely weak and I don't like that. And also I kind of want to tone them too because summer's coming up and gosh darn it, I'm going to be wearing some sleeveless this summer. We're back from the gym and unfortunately, oh my gosh, it was so busy today, but I can only assume it's because it's such a rainy day that nobody wants to exercise outside. So we weren't really able to get at any of the rep machines today, which made me pretty sad because I legit had the intentions of doing my arm reps, but instead I just walked on the treadmill for like about 2 miles, well, walk/ran, and I mean, it was nice. It was a nice workout. I ran faster and longer than I have in a while, and I think that actually I'm starting to finally adapt to this diet, or my body is starting to adapt to this diet, like using fat as energy. So I'm feeling pretty good actually, and that's good news for me. So I need to go take a shower now because I am disgusting. And then I'm going to make dinner, and then tonight I have to make more keto bread. And then there is another recipe that I've been wanting to try that I will show you when I finish it. It is time for bed, but I wanted to share with you the wonderful thing that I made because I said I was going to. So, well, first and foremost, I'm sure you saw at dinner time that I had like these little chocolates, and that's because Jordan was nice enough to run out and get me. It's the Atkins brand, so it's low carb, and they were milk chocolate and caramel, and they were so good. So it was made with sugar alcohol, so it doesn't count towards net carbs. The reason why it doesn't, I believe, is it's supposed to have like low impact on like your blood sugar. I couldn't tell you exactly because I'm not entirely sure, but they don't count it. So that was pretty wonderful. That was definitely nice. But then I had already planned tonight to make keto donuts, so that is exactly what I did. And obviously, I wouldn't say they compare to normal donuts, but they are still actually pretty good. Like, they're surprisingly good. And Jordan tried one, and what did you think, Jordan?
That's alright.
They were alright. So, I think that's it, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Good morning, guys. It's day 25, and I spent a little too much time getting ready this morning, but then I feel like I'm always running a little late on work days. So I'm so glad I made these because they're actually pretty good and they're pretty quick in the morning. So yay for that. I have my lunch all packed up today, and overall I'm feeling pretty okay. I am feeling a little bit stressed out just because I do have projects right now that I'm in the middle of that I didn't get to finish over the weekend. I ended up spending the last 2 hours of yesterday just baking the keto bread and baking these as well, which I don't regret, but like that does take up a lot of time. Like that seems to be the big thing with this diet is everything just takes so much more time because I mean you're home cooking everything, which is good for you. It's a good thing to do, but it just makes things difficult. So I really need to eat because I need to leave here soon. So I will talk to you guys after work. Alright guys, I am home from work and I'm just about to make dinner, and I am so behind on all of my macros and my calories. I made very, very poor decisions as far as breakfast and lunch were concerned, so I'm gonna have to make that up, and I think I'm gonna end up having to drink a protein shake because my protein is so behind. So past that, I am going to be pretty busy working on a video, so this will probably be the last I talk to you today, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Hey guys, it is day 26, I believe, and I actually got up early so I can make my typical breakfast, which is eggs and bacon, just because my day usually seems to go better when I eat that in the morning as opposed to anything else. It's just a great source of protein, it's a great source of fat. I really didn't want to screw myself over again because last night's dinner was, oh my god, ridiculous. And I can't imagine that that is a healthy option. So I'm gonna have to leave for work here in a little bit, but I did want to talk about some things, like how I'm feeling and like other things that I've been noticing. Well, the first thing, you can't really miss it. So like with this diet, they say that it's supposed to be good for your complexion, like it's supposed to even out your skin tone and everything. And honestly, for like, I would say even maybe the past 3 months, I've had insanely good skin. So like, I really don't think that the diet would have helped with my clear skin at all, because like I've had clear skin long before I even started the diet. But now like I have this ugly little row of them right along my chin, which I think is weird because normally when I get acne like that, it's hormonal and it's usually right before that time of the month. So I thought it was just very interesting that it's showing up after the fact. So that's a little annoying and frustrating. Past that though, guys, I think I've gotten to the point now where I don't have a whole lot left to tell. Like, I feel like I've gotten past the hard part now, and it's basically just maintaining what I'm doing and hoping for good results, which, I mean, at the end of every week I've gotten great results. So I have noticed my keto strips have been testing out, like they'll still turn dark purple, but it's taking longer for them to turn dark purple, and I'm assuming just because I'm eating more carbs than I was on the original menu plan that I was on, and I think that because of that I am not producing as many ketones as I was before, because before I was sitting around like 10 grams of carbs a day, and now I'm usually sitting around like 20 or so. On top of that, from what I've read, I guess those strips really aren't as accurate as I would hope them to be. I mean, I used Jordan as sort of a control group, which you guys already saw that, like in week 1, I think. So I feel like they help, but maybe I shouldn't read into them too much. But I think I need to get going now. I'm not sure what time it is, obviously, because I'm using my phone to record. But I will, as always, talk to you guys after work. I have had a day. Well, first and foremost, as soon as I came home, I had to take all of my makeup off. I am breaking out so bad. It's so awful, like even up like by my eyebrows. I don't understand what's happening. And my only assumption is I'm under an insane amount of stress right now for reasons that have nothing to do with the diet. But I'm just about to sit down and have dinner. I have been so busy editing a video. This one has taken a long time. It's actually week 1 that I'm editing right now. And it's gonna be a long one, guys. So if you're still here for week 4 after watching week 1, thank you. But I didn't have time to make a proper dinner, so I ended up heating up my last Atkins frozen dinner, and I also have an avocado because I'm way behind on my fat today. I'm not even gonna reach my limit today, which really sucks, but honestly, like, I have no plans on eating any more than this tonight. As it is, I've never just eaten a plain avocado, but I don't really have the carbs to spare, like even for keto bread, so I'm just gonna have to deal. So I'm gonna eat now, and then I'm gonna finish editing that video, and hopefully I'll have some time at the end of the day that I can just relax a little bit. But I probably won't because it's like 8 o'clock. And I just realized it's been like 8 hours since I've eaten last. So I'm gonna eat now, guys. I will talk to you probably tomorrow. Good morning, guys. It is day 27. Oh my god. Are you gonna stay this time? Probably not. What am I doing right now? I'm making breakfast. It is day 27. Yes? Yes. Day 27. We are so close to the end, guys. I am in an awful mood. Just because it's getting late, I'm still working on making breakfast. I still have to eat breakfast. This diet is great and it shows results, but it is so time consuming. It takes so much preparation and like none of the meals are quick or easy. And that's what sucks. Like, I suppose it could be quick and easy, but like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong, guys. So I'm like frustrated. I feel like this last week has been so frustrating because I've been working on so many projects and like trying to deal with this diet too. And it's a lot, guys. It's freaking a lot, okay? I'm in a terrible mood. I'm doing the best I can, and that's all I can ever do. And I'm gonna fuck up, but anyway. That's all I have to say right now because I'm freaking busy. Hey guys, it is now almost 8 o'clock at night. I just finished up with week 1 and I'm working on uploading it right now. And I'm feeling pretty good right now because I ended up hitting all of my macros and I managed to get under 10 net grams of carbs today, which is pretty awesome. And since I started like taking a hold of my own food choices, I haven't really succeeded in doing that. I've stayed usually around 20 grams a day, so that makes me feel pretty good. Tomorrow is going to be the very last day. It's really hard to believe that it's been 28 days already. I think they say it takes like 7 weeks to get accustomed to a new habit, so I'm well on my way. Earlier today, Jordan ended up picking me up some more keto candy, which I thought was very sweet of him to do. He ended up getting me peanut butter cups this time, and they were absolutely delicious. I have been missing candy and other sweet things, and so this is a very suitable replacement. I mean, you can't tell it's not candy. I mean, it's candy. It's carb-free candy. So, I think that's all I had to say. Obviously, we'll talk more at the end of this video, but for now, I'm feeling pretty good, getting stuff done, and enjoying life, or trying to. Good morning, guys. It is the final day of this 4-part series, and it has been a ride. Holy cow. I just weighed myself and took my measurements, and honestly, I was looking at my starting point to now, and I've had tremendous results. Like, more than I thought I would, which is just insane to me. So of course I'm not going to share them with you just yet. You'll have to wait till the end. I mean, you made it this far, you can at least wait until the end. Honestly though, I am so happy and excited, and I feel like I'm being fueled by these keto flames, and I'm so ready and motivated to keep going and see how much more I can achieve, because I feel like it could be a lot. So I think that is all I'm going to talk to you guys about today, because I actually have a pretty busy day full of recording and editing. So first of all, here's breakfast. I was a little upset. Not upset. I'm pretty much out of, today's grocery day, and I'm pretty much out of like the staples. So I ended up having some cottage cheese and raspberries because I needed to use up my raspberries. And so I'm already at 11 grams of carbs today, which isn't a problem. I can work with that, but it's just, you know, makes things a challenge when that's how I'm starting my day. So I'm not entirely sure yet what I'm going to do for lunch and dinner, but I'll figure it out. I always do. Here is lunch and here is dinner. As I'm talking to you right now, you already know what they are and I don't, so feel special in your privilege. Alright guys, but that is it for today, and I will see you in the outro.
This is the end of my 28 days on keto. It was a fun little experiment while it lasted. Kind of sucked in some places, but I would say overall this turned into a small success story. Just a tiny one. Or we could call this the introduction to a much larger story. I think it's pretty safe to say at this point that I intend on continuing keto. It is honestly one of the best diets I have ever done. But before I get into that stuff too much, of course, I promised you guys some results, so here they are. When I started this diet, I was just over 208 pounds, which is not something that I can admit easily, but it's not really a surprise. You can look at me, and see. I guess anybody looking at me would either guess higher or guess lower, but I'm telling you right now, that's what I was. I carry most of my weight around my thighs, and as I've been getting heavier, I did start to gain weight around my tummy too, which is, fortunately for me, one of the last places I gained. But I had gotten to a point where I was just starting to get very round and very heavy all over, which was an awful feeling. You never really feel comfortable in your own body when you're that big. It's hard to do certain things, and it's miserable. So when I started, my waist was at 39 inches. My hips was 48 and a half. My thighs are 2 different sizes, which is embarrassing, but I have a feeling that most people are like this and maybe they don't even know. So my thighs measured at 29 inches and 30 inches. At the end of these 28 days, I am proud to announce that I am under 200 now. I'm actually 195.6. I have been losing weight steadily, and I've reached that perfect sustainable point, and I feel like this could continue for much, much longer. My current measurements as of today are 13 inches around my neck, 14 and a half around my arms, 42 around my bust, 35 and a half around my waist, 47 around my hips, 27 on my right leg, 28 on my left leg, 18 on my right calf, and 19 on my left calf. So my tummy and my hips are where I was carrying a lot of my weight, so that seemed to be where I saw the most results, but I did lose ½ inches here and there. I was happy to see that finally at the end I did start to lose a ½ inch off my arms, which is good news to me because it's one of the places where I'm most insecure, so I was happy to see that I am starting to see results there as well. My tummy always seems to be the first thing that loses weight, so I feel like overall that's where I lost the most inches. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining about that. As for my hips, I lost 1.5 inches, which is fantastic. I notice it mostly around my butt. I feel like my bottom is flattening out a little bit, which I don't know if I'm upset about or not. It used to be one of my best features, but I don't think I'm too terribly sad to see it go. My calves are what I believe to be abnormally large, which may just be in my head, but I think they are rather big. So I was really sad to see that I didn't really lose any inches around them at all, and hopefully that'll change in the future. For now, there really wasn't much change there. I was happy, however, that I did lose I lost 2 inches around my thighs, which is fantastic because I feel like that's where I have most of my weight. Overall, I'm just so very pleased with the results. It was more than I had ever expected, because in my lifetime, the only time I've lost weight is when I cut my calories, which I'm going to tell you right now, guys, is really not the best way to lose weight. It's not sustainable, it's not healthy, it's not satisfying. It works, oh, it absolutely works, but not for long. You will always gain the weight back. I gain the weight back every single time. I would lose 30 to 40 pounds every time I went on a calorie cutting diet, but each and every time I would always gain it back. With this diet, I feel like I'm feeding my body, and I am, because I was checking my macros every single day. I was making sure that what I was putting in my body was what I needed, and my meals were being based around reaching these numbers. So it wasn't about just eating things that I thought would taste good. It was about eating things that I knew that my body needed. And with that, the treats that I did allow myself then became that much more special because they meant more. I enjoyed experimenting and seeing what all I could create. And as I had mentioned many times before, it felt like I was learning to cook all over again. Learning how different ingredients reacted to other ingredients to make a consistency that I wanted or a taste that I wanted. And I have to say, guys, the internet is a wealth of information as far as keto is concerned. And because it's becoming more popular, there's more information out there. It's out there, you just have to look for it. So I plan on, of course, continuing on with this diet. I won't be doing weekly videos like this anymore. This was just a special little something to help get myself started and maybe get you guys started as well. I will, of course, post occasional updates, and hopefully if the results continue to be very good, then you guys will be able to see with your own eyes. So I want to thank you guys so much for going on this journey with me. It meant so much having you here with me. If you enjoyed this video and I helped you out at all, maybe I gave you some tips or tricks or some ideas for your own endeavors, then please leave me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. I just love seeing them. And if you're feeling particularly generous and you have not already, please subscribe to my channel because honestly it just makes my year. And that being said, guys, I will see you all the next time around.